What's up? What's up? First Cousins of Battle Rap Podcast. It's your boy Monster again, tuning in. Battle of the Bay X, Grind Time X, GTX, all that good stuff. Battle number 4, I do believe. Now, look, I'm not respectfully. I'm going to watch every battle, pay for the pay-per-view. I'm supporting. Shout out to Disaster Lush 1. I'm not going to recap every battle. If I don't like the battle, I'm not recapping it. Sorry. I apologize. And so with that being said, Frank Stacks just battled, I think, Coleslaw Dad. I could not get into the battle, so I'm not recapping it. Shout out to y'all, respectfully. But fourth battle of the night, MARV 1 versus LUNAR C. Shout out to MARV 1, shout out to LUNAR C. LUNAR C, apparently a don't flop legend. I'm not very familiar with him, honestly. I watched a lot of battle rap, old King of the Dot days, old Grind Time days. I never got too heavy on the don't flop. It is sometimes hard to catch, again, some of the references and like get past the accent sometimes. But I've seen a lot of Shotty Horror, I've seen Unanimous. But I'm not familiar with LUNAR C. He hasn't battled in 8 years. One thing I did notice, fire-ass polo jacket, LUNAR C. That was a fire-ass jacket. I will give you that. But into the more important things, the actual battle. LUNAR C goes first, round 1. All right. He had his style is a lot of fat jokes and gay jokes. Again, it's been 8 years, so a lot has changed. We into a lot of the pause era now, so a lot of the stuff he's saying that probably would have been super funny back then, it's like crickets and cringy now. Even like MARV 1 was kind of looking a little uncomfortable. I think one of the lines he had was, it was almost X Factor-ish, ironically, shout out to Detroit. But he had a line where it was like, I slapped the bitch out of you, then fuck her. No pause. No, we go pause it, bro. We go definitely pause it. We go stop it, eject it. No, we're not doing that. He had some line, I'm like a blind man wiping his ass. I don't know when to stop. I don't know. I can't get with it. Shout out to him. I couldn't get into it personally. MARV 1 goes, very good round for MARV 1. He starts off joking, MARV 1. MARV 1 has always been one of those like wild cards where he can get into different bags. He can get into like bully Marv. He can get into joking Marv. He can bar you to death. He can out-rap you. So he was giving you a little bit of everything. He started off with, he had a better chance of me giving you a tour of a new Whole Foods, a little, self-deprecation, making fun of him being, fat. Crazy. Then again, he gets right into a different pocket. He goes into, this is like Operation Tea and Crumpets. You think shit sweet till something gets dumped in your mug. Ugh, fire. I had MARV 1 pretty handily first round. Again, me personally, I just wasn't feeling what LUNAR C was doing. Respect, shout out to you, LUNAR C, but I just wasn't feeling it. Round 2, again, he gets into kind of more jokes, little lighthearted jokes. He'll fart in your sleep apnea machine. That was the type of material that's what he had. I mean, shit like that. If you fuck with it, you fuck with it. I personally don't. But now one thing that he did say was funny was like, he was making some fat jokes, but then he said that you be bringing towels to battle, which that's a fact. MARV 1 do be bringing like a lot of towels to battle. I think even MARV 1 acknowledged that. So that was pretty funny. But I wasn't getting much from it, and I don't want to sound like I'm down on the man because apparently he's a legend from Don't Flop and all that. But hey, this is my review, so this is how my perspective. I just wasn't feeling it. Round 2 on MARV 1. He said, I'm going to lean you for the big picture like a movie seat. Fire line, fire bar. I'll bring the Tom for your foolery. fire bar again. Marv 1 was he was cooking this right. I ain't gonna hold you up too long. Waiting for you to blow up TikTok, but nobody likes you musically. Fire. And then now this is where a bar, might be bar of the battle, low key. This one he had one in the third round too, but Haymaker, shout out to Dipset. He goes, he sees so many birds on cam that he been granted diplomatic immunity. Listen, now that hit for me. I'm a whole lifetime big Dipset fan. Shout out to Cam and Mace. You know, it is what it is. Podcast, sports show. But that line was fire. That took me right back instantly to the cover of Diplomatic Immunity. Then, you had Cam with the big Diplomatic Immunity coat, all that good shit. So that was fire. Marv won clear second round to me. Third round, Lunacy goes again. Still kind of joking around. He had a pretty dope line. He was like, he punched different, like classic boxing. Like the whole, that was kind of fire, a little creative. That's pretty much all I got from that round. He was getting into, I guess, fucking Marv 1 girl. He had a line about, your wife's a big fan of trains, but she don't have autism. I'm not, all right. Marv, I'm sorry. I can't fake like I fuck with it, because I don't, me personally. I'm just giving you my perspective. Marv 1, third round. This pretty much was, I don't know if it was, I think his second round was kind of fire too, I ain't gonna lie. But he had a line where he was like, London, yo, this is your British bulldog. Until a sharpshooter fuck up your heart foundation. Old WWF, WWE bars. Fire. The best Michigan shooter ever since Glenn Rice. Marv won pretty handily, got that round. I got a 3-0 Marv. He wasn't really getting much back from Lunar C. I mean, I guess he'll speak to that. At least from what I was looking at. Not to say that he was disengaged. He was definitely still fire Marv 1, but it was just light-hearted jokes versus, a more, multifaceted, versatile battle rapper. Marv 1, like I said, he can joke with you, like I said before, he can bar with you, and he really showed, he was in his bag all 3 rounds. So I got a Marv 1 3-0. Next battle, we got Crip Mac versus Active. I am ready for this battle. So, GTX, Battle of the Bay X. Again, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. First Cousin of Battle Rap Podcast. Shout out again my co-host, Carolina Blue. And holla at your boy.